Hey guys, it's Satya back with another reading. I just finished a reading. It was long, for real, it was long, but it was good. You need to watch it. I don't know what I'm going to title it yet, but I think I am going to put in the title Sword in the Stone. It was really important to me. It hit home for me and resonated deeply. But I think it really connected to things that are needing to come to a close, cycles that are needing to come to a close and will come to a close, so that new cycles can begin along the time of the new moon. So I told you guys that I had been doing a lot of work in this the Moon Oracle deck, and it's essentially a deck that talks about the phases of the moon, how to work with the phase of the moon, to guide your life and gain insight. And so I've got the moon schedule written down here, and basically it just and you can go online and find a moon schedule at any sort of astronomy website, but it has the days for the rest of the month up until May 5th, and it goes over the phase of the moon, if the moon is in a water sign, fire sign, earth sign, or air sign, and then which specific sign. And with that combination, so with that particular combination, I will be studying the Moon Oracle deck and coming up with some videos that are related to specific readings, guidance, messages, whatever, that will align with each of those moons to sort of bring some insight. If you are interested in that, make sure to keep your eye out. I haven't yet done one, but that's what I'm working on. And to connect this back to what I was talking about at the beginning, that video I just made, that reading, which I'm going to post for Tuesday. So today is the 9th. I'm going to post it for Monday the 10th, Tuesday the 11th. But that video was that reading was talking about the energy, the need to move and close out whatever, move towards the closeout of whatever projects, things, all these things that we're doing, and make those decisions, because on April 20th, there will be a new moon in Taurus and a solar eclipse. And a solar eclipse and a new moon, very powerful energies, very, very powerful energies. And the solar eclipse energy is just one full of energy, action, power, that helps us push things to a finish, or push things to a beginning. Whatever it is that we need to move towards, the power of the solar eclipse is going to really give us that oomph, right, that we need to get to where we need to go. And a new moon is really, it's a new moon. It's about beginnings, but every beginning has an end. So check out that video. It was, I thought it was thebomb.com. Okay. I hope that you do check it out. Again, it's long. It's almost an hour, but worth it. Definitely worth it. So I wanted to do another reading. It is with the Oracle of Novice Witches. I've had this deck for a minute, but I've never done a reading here with it or with other people. I usually use it for my own readings or messages or downloads, whatever. So essentially, I'm going to pull a card from each of these piles. I'll use the book here to get the meaning and relay that to you guys, and then we'll pull some clarifying cards. And I'll try not to make this an hour. But I could not rush that message. I could not rush that message. And you'll see, like within the first couple pulls, shit gets real, homie. It gets really real. And when things are, getting real and really meaningful, I really don't want to rush it. The goat, signifying inner child. The goat. Okay, so there's that. And each of these, this deck is split into like 3 symbols or 3 types. One is animal, another is object, and one is person. Each of them sort of have some sort of symbology or connection to witches, witch magic, things like that. Mirror. Mirror, there we go. This is an energy of appearance or appearances. So that's the animal, the object, and this will be person. Gandalf, a wizard. This is an energy of dedication. The other one that popped out was, is this one? Was Hecate, intuition. Maybe we'll just do both. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, so let's see. Gandalf, page 37. The spiritual word for Gandalf is dedication. Of course, he's a character from the Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. Creatures turn to Gandalf for advice. He uses his staff as a weapon and rides the noble Shadowfax. His friend he is a friend of the Eagles. He initially wears the clothes of a Grey Pilgrim, but undergoes a complete transformation and becomes Gandalf the White after fighting against a Balrog, a demon of fire, and the abyss. As an oracle, Gandalf represents a calling to a personal mission that we must respond to with dedication and a ready spirit. Okay, so this is already kind of hearkening back to the reading I did before. Really talking about, a personal mission, a transformation that we must respond to with a ready spirit. Like this new moon energy, this solar eclipse is coming up. Whether you are ready for it or not, that doesn't matter, right? It's going to come. It's going to bring powerful changes and new cycles, and it's better to be prepared for it rather than not to be prepared. Hecate or Hecate, that spiritual word is initiation. The goddess Hecate shines with the moon at a crossroad where one road might seem like another in appearance. So Hecate, I'll probably switch back and forth. She has 3 heads. And so she is an oracle of crossroads, decisions, which way to go, pathways. And let's see here. Where life, death, and mysteries meet, the goddess illuminates the darkness with her torches. Or perhaps she's leading us farther into it. She rules the land, sea, and sky, and moves freely between the world of humans and the world of spirits. She manifests the power of the moon, which bears both illusions and revelatory dreams. As an oracle, she asks us to listen to the part of ourselves that is cloaked in shadow, because not everything she has to say is trickery. We must know fear if we do not wish to be a victim of it. The highest initiation begins with a leap into the darkness. I think this also really resonates with the last reading and also the new moon coming up. Solar eclipse, right? The sun is being blocked out by the moon. course, there's, right, that lends itself to darkness. The new moon itself is completely shadowed, so that's dark, right? And of course, when we approach an area that is dark, we would typically hesitate, right? Hesitate to go in there because we don't know what's there. It might be really scary. All kinds of scary things lurk in the dark. But if we don't leap into darkness, right, we never conquer our fears. And sometimes there's nothing in the dark to be afraid of, right? We are scared of the monster under our bed, right? But then you look under there and it's not a monster. There's nothing under there. And if we kind of pair that with Gandalf and dedication, right? Gandalf symbolizes us calling, or us being called to a spiritual, a personal mission that, referencing Hecate, even though we might have to go through a dark place to get there, we have to have a ready spirit. We have to face that darkness and be dedicated to moving through. So those were the two humans, which is wizards. Let's look at the tool, which is mirror. And the mirror is on page 49. Mirror, spiritual word appearance. It's well known that mirrors are magical, but also sometimes unsettling, more so than its actual appearance. Many traditions believe that mirrors can reflect our soul or even trap it. That's what happened to Narcissus when he looked into the water and fell in love with his own reflection before slipping in and drowning. The truth is hidden in the soul, but one must know how to embrace it. We don't look into the mirror, but rather immerse ourselves in the vision of us on the other side. As an oracle, the mirror invites us to scrutinize the surface and enter its world to learn how to go beyond appearances for better or worse. Not everything is what it seems. And I really like that, and I thought it was actually really powerful to say, right, we don't necessarily look into the mirror, but rather immerse ourselves in the vision and the version that's of us that's on the other side, right? We're not just looking into a mirror, looking through the mirror like we might look through a window. What we're looking at is the image in the mirror. And what we know about mirrors is that that image is actually not even, it represents us, right? But it's not an actual picture of us, right? It's flipped, it's turned. So it's a distorted image of us that we see in the mirror when we gaze into it. And so if we're pairing mirror with Gandalf and Hecate, right, this might be that, again, not everything is what it seems. We are being called as an initiate into the darkness, a personal mission, something that we have to dedicate ourselves to step into the darkness and come out the other side. Something powerful is waiting for us on the other side, right? A different version of ourselves. What? Y'all better like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, goat. Spiritual word, inner child. In late medieval Europe, the goat was unjustly associated with devilish cults, but the animal represents a wildness that we must manage to hold on to. It's beloved by the gods of fields, mountains, and woods. Pan was a faun who walked on goat hooves, swayed his horns, and played his flute. The goat helps us reclaim our inner child. It's never truly tamed. It's in tune with the smells and life outdoors. Therefore, it is also a manifestation of the primitive force of an individual. The lines between the body and nature are never quite clear. Everything has a soul. So, again, if we're sort of connecting this to other things and maybe the new moon, maybe, right, if it fits, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. This is really, asking us to tap into who we are at a very deep spiritual level. Go inside, looking inside, what is attuned to us as an inner child, as our natural self. The inner part, right, of ourself that you can't see by appearance, that we must hold on to, we must be dedicated and hold on to that inner child, that natural spirit, right, that's hidden below the surface, and manifest those deep kind of natural instincts, that primitive life force of who we are as an individual. And maybe what we can say, kind of grouping this together, if you're interested, there's the deck, that there are forces around us, within us, in the natural world, within ourselves, that sometimes we don't tap into. Sometimes we're afraid of who we are inside, the feelings that we have, right? And, sometimes we hide from those. Sometimes we, as opposed to seeing beyond, right, looking inside, being dedicated to our personal mission, right? Our growth, our pathways, right? Hecate is lighting our way on the crossroads, the pathways. Instead of dedicating ourselves to that, our initiation into spiritual and personal growth, a lot of times people choose to just get caught up in appearances, the superficial, as opposed to looking deep and doing the work. And again, this really, in my opinion, does really connect back to the new moon solar eclipse energy. This energy that's pushing us and driving us to go forward, asking us to close out cycles so that we can begin new ones, and making sure that whatever it is that we're closing out and leaving behind, again, we're leaving the things that don't serve us. We're taking the life lessons forward, those karmic lessons that we need to grow, and we're stepping into these new cycles, so that in a way that honors who we are inside, that is deeper than just a superficial look in the mirror, that is going to initiate us onto a new life path, a personal mission, a new life path that is going to call us into a new personal mission that we must be dedicated to. So that, I like that for the beginning of this reading. Let's go ahead and just start drawing some cards, huh? Let's go ahead, start drawing some cards. These are not the cards I wanted to use. Bam! Favorite deck. Y'all know what's up. So this is already, I think, starting off on a really deep level. We'll pull just a few so we can make this one kind of short. I think my videos are like longer than I expect them to be. I like to go into detail as I explain. I hate it when I'm watching other tarot readers or something, and like they just say, oh, what's on the cards. They don't really provide an explanation. They don't explain how it ties into, because like, dang, I could have pulled the cards and just read the titles, so I do aim to give a little level of understanding and really analyze, the meanings. So if my videos do get kind of long, I apologize, but I'm a Gemini sun sign, so I talk. And my rising sign is Libra, so, I really want to make sure, that what I'm talking about is balanced equally, it's fair, it makes sense. And I bet y'all can't guess my moon sign. I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you my moon sign later. But if you guys want to take a guess, Take a guess. Let's do a little contest. If you can guess my moon sign and you're correct, I'll give you a free reading. A free reading! My Miss Cleo voice. You're never going to be able to guess my moon sign. Strength. Inner strength, compassion, enduring through times of difficulty, hardness, right? This is not necessarily a card of being strong physically. Real strength lies within, right? Love and forbearance will see you through difficult times. So I think this could definitely speak to having inner strength, enduring through difficult times, really focusing your power so that, through this initiation into this personal mission that is probably going to be difficult, especially with new moon energy, right? That dark time when the solar eclipse is blocking out the sun. Oh my gosh. Yes, honey. This is new moon energy. Initiation into a new beginning. Hecate lights the way in darkness. It was talking about darkness. Yes. Having internal strength to make our way through the dark, knowing that we'll come out the other side, is going to be needed. This is the Six of Swords. I'm moving towards calmer waters, dealing with the trauma, moving away, running away from a hardship, knowing that peaceful times will come. Again, an energy of endurance, changing the way that you might view things or think about things, being inspired to hang in there. I'll take the top one off there. That was the Magician. Knowing that everything is possible. You have every single thing you need to get to where you are going. The divine has given you all the things that you need. The divine is speaking to you, giving you messages, giving you visions, speaking to you in your dreams. The Tower. An upheaval, big change, things that you, on the bottom of the deck, can you see that? The High Priestess. Y'all better like, comment, and subscribe. This is all-seeing eye to see all things. You are a seer. The divine is speaking to you. This is spiritually guided messages, insight, wisdom. The High Priestess and the Magician are like, one and two. They are like two sides of the same coin, right? This is having everything that you need in the tangible 3D world to mix things up, create things, build things, whatever. And you also have the information from the divine, right? 5D knowledge, spiritual knowledge, divine insight to move away, right? So that when life destroys what is not working for you, when cycles close out during the new moon, you count on yourself, you bear down, you dig deep for that inner strength so that you can move forward through the dark into the light. Ciao. If anybody ever tries to tell you I don't know what I'm talking about, if anybody ever tries to tell you I don't know what I'm talking about, check them, okay? Chickadee, 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 check them. And this ties in perfectly to that energy that we had before, right? There's a personal mission that we are on that is very personal, unique, important to who we are on the inside, that we need to look past the surfaces. We need to look beyond appearances. This is not something that is superficial. This is very deep. This is soul work. And there's going to be a period where we might not be sure. It might be kind of scary. We might be walking in the dark, right? There's the three-headed dog of the underworld, Cerberus, right? It might be scary down there in the dark. But we have been initiated. We have been called by Hecate to become an initiate on this journey and to be transformed from the gray pilgrim to Gandalf the White, whatever. I gotta watch that video again. And because we are being called, because we are now an initiate of this pathway. Oh, what was on the bottom of the deck here? Oh, the Tower. No, the High Priestess. Because we are being called to that, life, spirit, the universe, God, your higher power, your angels, whatever, they are calling you to do it. The Tower is happening. The solar eclipse is coming, whether you're ready or not. And this transformation is going to be a big, powerful one. The Tower, Strength, Magician. These are all major arcana cards. This is a big change. This is transformation. This is surrendering to the change. You can manifest exactly what it is that you want once you let go of things that are destroyed, that are no longer, and you accept moving forward, mind, body, spirit, being connected to the divine. You know how to move forward. You know that you can surrender. You know that you can move forward. And with inner strength, with love and compassion, you can bear anything that comes your way. You can deal with whatever that comes your way, because peaceful times are coming. And it's going to be your intuition, that deep knowing, right? This is also connected to, related to, in context to the Hermit, right? Deep inside, looking inside, knowing, seeking, soul searching. This is also connected very much to Hecate and Gandalf, right? A deep knowing, going through the dark, being committed to a spiritually guided, spiritually led transformation. And each of you are going to know what that transformation is, right? It's going to be different for everyone. No one's going through the same transformation. And maybe, it's similar, right? You're moving to a new state, and your cousin is also moving to a new state. Maybe you and your best friend are moving out of, this state and going on going to the same college, and actually you're even in the same dorm, right? But that transformation, that transition, that new experience is still going to be different for each of you, because you're different individuals with different pasts, with different families, habits, thoughts. So this transformation is going to be different for each one of us. But the similarity is that it is happening. It must happen. It's an opportunity for us to grow and ascend and connect higher to who we are meant to be. 7 of Swords. This is an energy of getting away with something, sneakiness, a strategic type of action, or trickery, right? Taking what you can and moving forward. This is the Knight of Cups in reverse. Energy of kind of and it's an emotional card. It's moodiness. It's not that it's not sincere. Yeah, I would say a little insincere, right? The the Knight of Cups comes in bearing something emotional, right? An emotional truth in that cup, right? In the upright, it is charming, imagination, beautiful. In the reverse, whatever he's coming forward to present in that cup is not charming, right? It might not be something we really want. And that's why I say, like, disappointment, jealousy, an insincere offer. And if we pair that then here with the Seven of Swords, right? Getting away with something, trying to act in a strategic manner, trickery. The Queen of Swords, she was present in that last reading. She is head over heart. She is beckoning you forward. See her hand there? She's saying, come forward, tell me the truth. Let me know what's up. She's going to ask you a question and wait for your answer, but she already knows the answer. And she's not going to be afraid to bring down justice if you try to lie, right? So that's that energy. In reverse, the Queen of Swords is cruel, right? She is cold-hearted. It is, cruel, cold-hearted, very detached, or overly emotional and easily influenced. This is the Five of Pentacles, being left out in the cold, insecurity, temporary financial hardship. People always say, oh, you know, being left out in the cold, like that's the only, I don't want to say every reader, but a lot of readers, like that's the end of their explanation. And while that is true, being left out in the cold, this is a stained glass window. This is a church, right? This is a place where those individuals can easily just go back, knock on the door and find sanctuary, right? But they're choosing to walk past. And being that this is 5, right? This is right between the Ace and 10. So this is middle ground, right? This is transitory. You can move past this. This is a lack mindset. This is feeling insecure or unstable or experiencing a loss, but it being temporary because you still have more steps to go. But in this particular place, like, these individuals can go and knock on this church and open the door and have sanctuary. And we've got the Chariot again, an energy of moving forward, going forward, knowing by divine communication and insight that you can get to where you need to go by having sheer willpower and strength. And so if we're talking about, right, a deep level spiritual transformation, a personal journey, a soul mission that's going to transform us. It's not superficial. This is a deep level soul mission that's going to require us to touch, right? To connect with our inner child, our inner soul, go through the dark and come out the other side transformed. This then relays a message, connecting that up there to, in my opinion, not taking this pathway lightly, not taking this journey for granted, right? Not trying to get away by doing the easy work, right? Not being insincere in the soul work that needs to be done. Not being cold-hearted and easily, easily persuaded that, oh yeah, I did the work. No, you didn't. you wrote down a couple things in your journal, colored it, put a stamp on it, and you thought that was like actual like work. You know what I'm saying? Like you thought that was actual digging deep. Because, you know, this feeling left out in the cold if you don't do the work, right? And you come from this mindset of, oh, well, you know, I'm a victim. Well, I can't. Well, oh my God, poor me. Right? Oh, I have to do this soul work. I have to go through this spiritual transformation. I can't. Oh no, I'm not strong enough. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Like you're really gonna miss out on your opportunity to be prepared. Again, the solar eclipse is coming. The new moon is coming. And it is happening in Taurus. Ooh, child. In Taurus, which is a Pentacles. Taurus is an earth sign. Pentacles is representative of earth. New beginnings, springtime, things blossoming, learning new skills, developing yourself so that you can set a foundation now to build on in the future. And this is actually really what it speaks. Knowing what needs to be done, not taking things lightly or superficially or disconnecting yourself from it. Thinking about it, swords is an air sign. It's logic. Using your logic to set down a foundation because you at the 5, so you've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The new moon is in Taurus so that you can set down a foundation and move out of this lack mindset, move out of this victimhood. Be strong. Start to depend on yourself. Leave this kind of victim mentality, this superficial, mindset behind. Move forward. And as you're moving forward, you've set down skills, you've learned, you've put in the work so that as you go forward in this journey, you can move away from whatever's not serving you, this energy, right? I think this layer here really is speaking towards how we need to approach this spiritual path. Sorry, I have the burpees, sorry. I think this energy here is speaking to how we need to manage this soul journey, right? Do not think that you can get away with something by tricking yourself into thinking it's not that important, right? Don't be insincere about the work that needs to be done. Don't try to detach yourself. Don't get overly emotional, right? Be strong. Know that it's going to be tough for a little bit, right? It's going to be dark. We're going to experience a tower. All transformations end and begin something new. And we are going to have to be strong as we go through this loss. But don't be stuck in a poverty mindset, in an insecure mindset. Don't allow yourself to victimize yourself. Do the work, right? Take this seriously. I should say, do not take this serious. And use all the things that you have. Move past the closing of the cycle. Step into your strength and move away out of this lack mindset that you might be in right now, not knowing what to do, not knowing which way to go. Go through the darkness, embrace the new moon. Use the energy of the solar eclipse to push you forward and drive you to wherever it is that you know you are divinely meant to go. And Spirit is guiding you. Spirit is here telling you, you know what needs to be done. Use your intuition, right? Dig deep. You have everything that you need to make the choices that need to be made so you can move forward. This is a very encouraging message. This message is telling you, oh, here it is. Look at that, the journey, right? This is the Three of Wands, saying a journey, right? A trip, new pathways are opening, a change is coming. You're moving forward. You need a change is coming for you. You're making your way onto a journey. Novice of Clouds, that is the Page of Swords. That is new, fresh, young thinking. You know, sometimes making mistakes in your thoughts, right? Because it's a new way kind of thinking, but it's curious. It's things maybe you've never done before, things you've never thought before, ways you've never acted before. And if this is like a soul journey, right? Your transformation is going to be somewhat of a new way of thinking. This is Four of Pentacles. This is security. This is stability. This is right before the Five, right? You will be okay. How you handle this soul journey is going to bring a level of security into your life, or you're going to miss that opportunity. The Fool. Take the leap. Dive into the dark. Hecate is calling you. She's inviting you to be an initiate on this journey. Take the leap. Don't hesitate. Because if you don't take the leap, life is going to push you off the cliff, right? The new moon is coming. Whether you want to take the leap or not, you know, you've got to get off the cliff and be calm, because everything is going to be okay. Just breathe. Do what you know needs to be done. You have everything that you need to do what needs to be done. Two of Lightning. Three of Lightning was here, right? Make the plans now. The new moon doesn't come up until what? The 20th. Right now it's the 9th. So you've got a number of days to start really thinking of what it is that needs to change, where you're going, what this journey is going to be. Check out the video. I'm going to have in the title something about the sword and the stone. So look at that. It really speaks to, it's a great preface for this reading. But you need to start planning and thinking about what cycles are closing out for you and what the next step in your journey is going to be. Because you have, the universe is giving you something. You are set to receive. What is in that box? I don't know. But it's, oh, look at what was on the bottom of this deck. Strength, right here. Guys. What? Look what was on the bottom of that. The Six of Clouds, which is the Six of Swords. Y'all, don't have me out here like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Don't try me. Don't try me. I know what the hell I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. This is a very encouraging message. This is asking us to plan. This is telling us that change is coming. A transformation is coming. Big change is on its way. You're going to need strength and courage. You're going to need to plan for the journey. If you don't take the leap, life is going to push you off the cliff. You cannot avoid this. You have everything that you need to make this successful. And this is not going to be something that is superficial. This is going to be a deep inner change. You're going to go through a dark time, a tower, right? Things are going to close out. A tower doesn't have to be like it destroys your entire life. But there is an aspect of our personality, of our life, of our environment, whatever, right? There is an aspect that is going to close, that is going to be destroyed so that we can transform, right? What do they say? The caterpillar thought it was dying until it woke up and it was a butterfly or whatever. Oh, that's gonna be the title for this video. That's Mario. So yeah, this is caterpillar changing into a butterfly. And you cannot change into a butterfly if you don't go into the chrysalis and face your fear, right? Luckily for caterpillars, they don't have a choice, right? They just do it by nature. But humans don't. Humans don't. And very often, I know you know this is true. I know that you know this is true. Very often there are times where Spirit is calling us to turn inward and spend some time in a chrysalis. Spirit calls us as caterpillars to turn inward, spend some time in a chrysalis, so that we can come out of the other side as a butterfly. And some people do, right? And some people don't. And the people that don't are still stuck on the tree branch talking about, oh, I wish I was a butterfly. I wish I could see why they get to be a butterfly. Bitch, because I went into the chrysalis and I did the work, right? You didn't. And this new moon in Taurus, with the power of the solar eclipse, is the perfect time to do it. And if you do it, 9 of gems, abundance is waiting for you on the other side. It's going to be an adventure, but you can do it. You can absolutely do it. I believe in you. Let's get a little, you know what? Let's use this. I don't really use this deck very much. This is, I forgot the name of it, but it's, I don't know. I'm not going to search for it. It is the journey of something or other, blah, 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 blah. I'll put it in the little description box or whatever on the video if you guys are interested. I've never used it with other people. I typically always use this for myself, but it is one of the decks that I really like. So let's see what it says. Okay. 3 of them popped out. Okay. Self-study, justice, shelter. This is amazing. Shelter, safe haven, renewal. This is I don't know the name of the tree, but it's a type of tree that grows in a particular part of India or all throughout India. But it's huge, huge, huge tree. And of course, trees are safe havens for animals during storms. They live in trees. Animals live under the trees and the roots. You know, they make homes in the branches. Also just in the tree of the trunk, right? And if we're ever caught out in the rain or in a storm that's not lightning, you can find a safe haven under a tree. So I think this is speaking to the fact that this is, the spiritual journey is going to be tough and, going to require things from us, but there is always a safe haven. You can always find shelter during hard times, not only through inner strength and compassion for yourself, but through other people, right? Speaking to other people. Also knowing that this is a divinely guided path, so not to be afraid. This is an energy of self-study. You are your best teacher. There's a story behind each of these cards. Let me see if I can get it, because I would love to really be able to explain to you what this is. There it is. I cannot say that. I don't want to say it because I might get it messed up and I'm going to be embarrassed. Mahabharata Oracle. So 31, self-study. A young prince, Eclavia, had a driving passion to study archery. He was rejected by the master teacher because he was a low social rank. He was undeterred by the refusal and made a mud statue of the teacher to symbolize him having a guru. And he practiced archery by himself. He taught himself. He pursued this program of self-study with determination for many years until he became a highly skilled archer. He didn't let disappointment or rejection get in the way of his single-minded focus. This card signifies transcendence, discernment, reflection, and deep meditation. So again, right? Seeking shelter, going within. Shelter can be yourself, acting as your own shelter, because again, you can be your own teacher. As the magician, you have everything you need to do what needs to be done. Justice, right? Impartial evolution. We must grow. Evaluation, right? We must grow. We must move on. And because it is justice, because it is divine timing, divine karma, you have to be impartial, right? So go inside, look at things, positive, negative, this, that, the other, but move forward. This is, so there is a myth in Hindu culture, or a story, and this individual, Vidura, was very, 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 very wise during that time. He was well known for his intellect, his concern for other people, honesty, and just being a very virtuous man. And when this war happened and started, of course, people wanted this guy on their side. But because he was so virtuous, he rejected taking one side or the other side. He was then viewed as someone who would always uphold, right, through impartial evaluation, he would always uphold what was fair. He stuck to his path. He knew what his Dharma was. He knew what his North Node was. He knew what his pathway was, and he stayed on it. Even though it was scary, even though people were trying to pull him back and forth, right? He did what he knew was right. He stuck to his morals. And this oracle is telling us the spiritual journey is going to be difficult, but go within, seek shelter within yourself. You know what needs to be done. You know your North Node. You know your Dharma. And depend on yourself to get through it. Because while you can count on others for support, they can't lead you down your pathway. Right? You know what's best. You know your pathway. Take the leap. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it's given you a level of understanding, guidance, some advice, some encouragement. The new moon is coming up. I'm going to definitely do a video about that, and depending on how much content or how juicy this is, and I think it's going to be full of juice because we've got a new moon and a solar eclipse. It might be like a part 1, part 2, part 3, like my full moon series was. But I'm going to go ahead and drop the mic here and just say that I'm wishing you peace, love, and blessings. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I really enjoyed. Oh, damn. This is another hour-long video. Sorry, guys. Bye.